Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the uh, electrical analogy for heat transfer and thermal resistance concept in heat transfer. This is very important for analyzing the thermal problems. So today when we discuss about the heat transfer, that is heat conduction is very much similar to the electrical conduction. We have, for example, we have something like Q, that is we have around three parameters in heat transfer. One is the Q, another one is the temperature difference, another one is the thermal conductivity. That is higher the heat transfer. These are the three important concepts which are there in the heat transfer. Similarly, in the electrical, we have something called electric current, something called the voltage difference, and something called resistance. So these are the relations. We will match these parameters with each other. That is, in case of a thermal engineering, that is thermal conduction, we have something Q is flowing, that is heat is flowing, whereas in case of a electric field, that is electrical conduction, I is flowing, that is current is flowing. This Q is because of the temperature difference. Whatever the temperature difference is there, if the temperature difference exists between the 2 points, then only the Q will be flowing from higher temperature to lower temperature. Whereas the electric current flows because of the potential difference. That is because of the voltage difference. That is given here, that is voltage difference. Then the thermal resistance, that is 1 by K, that is this we will discuss in the next slide. That is, as the thermal resistance, that is delta X divided by Ka is the thermal resistance, whereas here is the electrical resistance. This resistance R, if it is more, if R is more, then electric current will flow less. Then what is this thermal resistance? We are going to discuss in this next slide. See, electric current and voltage and the resistance, that is the resistance of the conductor, they are related with I is equal to V1 minus V2, that is potential difference, divided by resistance. Then this is the electrical relationship between the I, R and voltage. Whereas the Q, that is a thermal conduct, that is a conducted heat, is given by, that is Q is equal to minus Ka into T1 minus T2 divided by L. This is the as per the Fourier law of conduction, and this minus sign is there in order to make it the entire equation as a positive, since the heat flows from the higher temperature to lower temperature. That is, the negative sign is purely to make this entire equation, answer of this entire equation, to positive. This equation number 2, can be rewritten, that is little adjustment if I do it, that is Q is equal to T1 minus T2 divided by L divided by Ka. If I make some rearrangement, this will be the rearrangement. Then I will call that equation as a equation number 3. Then the comparing the equation number 1 and 2, in place of I, here Q is there. In case of a potential difference, we have a temperature difference. Yes, neglect the negative sign. In case of a R, we have this entire quantity, that is L divided by Ka. This is called as, this entire equation is called as the thermal resistance, that is R is equal to L divided by Ka. That is called as the thermal resistance in case of a conduction. In case of a conduction, that is R is equal to L divided by Ka. Since the K is in denominator, since the K is in denominator and the area is in denominator, if K increases, then R will become less, that is resistance will become less and more amount of heat will be flowing. In the similar manner, if A is increases, then since it is in denominator, this entire term ratio will become less, hence the thermal resistance will become less and more heat will flow in the conductor. Then that is the concept behind this, that is this is the thermal resistance for conductance, that is in case of a thermal conductivity. Coming to the convection, so convection also same thing, that is I is equal to V1 minus V2 divided by R, that is the relationship between I, V and R, and the Newton's law of cooling for convection is given by Q is equal to HA into T1 minus T2. This is the Newton's law of cooling. On small rearrangement, if I make it a rearrangement, that is T1 minus T2 divided by 1 divided by HA. This will become 1 divided by HA, and this is when we compare this equation number 4 with equation number 1, then I in place of I, here Q is there, Q convected. In place of a V1 minus V2, we have T1 minus T2, and in case of a R, we have 1 divided by HA. Then on comparing these two equations, then the thermal resistance in case of a convection is given by 1 divided by H into A. 1 divided by H into A. This is also same thing. As H increases, thermal resistance decreases. Hence, the more amount of heat will be flowing. If H reduces, the thermal resistance increases. Less amount of heat will be interacting with the surrounding. That is the case with this. And where do we use these? Where do we use these concepts? We use these concepts to solve the thermal concept, that is thermal problems related with like this, that is here is the thermal problem is there, one wall is there, one side T1 is there, another side T2 is there. This wall, entire wall can be converted into a resistance, that is here, this is the resistance, this is the T1 this side and T2 this side. Then this resistance is given by, as we discussed in the last class, that is L divided by Ka. Then here L in place of L, dx is there, dx divided by Ka. That is the thermal resistance for this area, and total heat flow is given by the temperature difference, that is T1 minus T2 divided by thermal resistance, that is nothing but a dx by Ka. This is for only single wall. This thermal resistance concept will come handy when we are going to solve a composite wall problems like this. Here we have 1, 2 and 3 different wall material is there. So, and one side it is exposed to one temperature, another side it is exposed to another temperature. Then for such a cases it is very useful, and this is from here T not to T1, it is convection. Then this is the one resistance, thermal resistance, convection thermal resistance. From T1 to T2, conductance thermal resistance, that is R1. From T2 to T3, R2. T3 to T4, R3. T4 to Ti, you have Ri. Those are the resistances, and they are differed by T0, T1, T2, T3, T4 and Ti. Then total heat transfer in this wall can be given as, that is Q is equal to, this is the Q is equal to T0 minus Ti divided by RT. That is RT is nothing but the total resistance. That is the sum of all these resistances what we will calculate. How do we calculate these resistances? Just now I have discussed, this is the resistance because of the convection here. That is, this is H0 and this is the area exposed. Then the convective thermal resistance is given by R0 is equal to 1 divided by H0 into A. Like that, the conductive, that is R1 is the conductive resistance. R1 is equal to the length is X1 and K1 is the thermal conductivity and A is the area. That is R1 is equal to X1 divided by K1 into A. In the same way, we have R2. R2 is equal to X2. That is the length is X2. Thermal conductivity of this wall is K2 and this is the area. If I do it, so you are going to get R3 and this is